Don't mind me, I'm just sitting here having a bit of a LinkedIn war with someone. It's a Friday today. Fridays are typically associated with being Jum'ah, seeing my mum, getting some work done at home. Obviously, being away from home, it's a little bit different. I missed the Jum'ah, although I did go to the masjid and pray with Yasin. Saw Rakib for a little bit and then I came back. Didn't take the camera with me because we were in a huge rush. What is the plan today? Now that the summit is over, I was supposed to give my thoughts. I'm still mulling it over in my head. They are still settling. So I don't really have a cohesive way of communicating my thoughts and feelings about the GEM Summit. You know, I always thought it was GEM Summit, but then everyone started to say GEM Summit. So now I think I need to adopt the right way of saying it, which is GEM Summit. Had a really good sleep, considering I was waking up really early and sleeping really late to attend the conference. The jet lag hasn't quite settled. Feeling really hungry. Yasin's having a croissant. We are going to be visiting a masjid. And to be honest, I don't know whether I want to take the camera with me. So yeah, the plan today is probably do a bit of sightseeing. Want to get a whole bunch of work done. I just need to be sat somewhere for a good few hours. So maybe I find somewhere to do that. Completely messed up yesterday. I'll explain in a bit. Yesterday, absolutely nothing got done. I had that one segment and then I stopped filming. Why? That's a good question. It's been something that I've been toying with in my mind for a while. Let me explain. This is perfect. They have plug sockets. I just need to be a little bit careful because apparently they don't allow filming in the hotel. I think generally speaking, Middle Eastern countries are a little bit strict on the use of cameras and taking videos, etc. So look, here's the situation. Traditionally, I have been a very open book. I am incredibly comfortable with sharing most things in life, so as long as it's in line with my faith. But over the last couple of weeks, ever since starting this vlog actually, I've been battling with how much to share versus what's absolutely necessary that needs to be shared. And a couple of reasons. Number one, I always get asked, are you not afraid to put your son on camera and expose him to things like evil eye? Yes. The trouble you see is this. I'm trying to create I think the right word would be, I'm trying to produce a very well-crafted narrative for you to be able to enjoy, which has a balance of reality and value. The reality of what life is for me, like a real, raw, authentic perspective, and coupling that with my ideas, the things that I want to share, and hopefully some value that I can bring to the table. Stripping elements of life away suddenly makes this experience a lot less viewer friendly. Like you remove a few layers, and removing those few layers of the narrative really makes it difficult for someone to consume, or for someone to really extract the full benefits. Like I depend on having characters in the vlog in order to make it fun to watch, basically, in order to make it bearable to watch, maybe. So, you know, yesterday, and actually this entire trip, I've been trying to limit as much as I can from showing the leisurely things that I'm getting up to, spending time with them, because I know what can happen if you're not careful. Yeah, I'm still like battling back and forth. It's a shame. It is, because, you know, I really want to be able to share. I really want to be able to show every facet of what's happening in life. because most of the time you don't get that. Most of the time you don't get to see what it's really like to build a company whilst also balancing life. I really want to give that. Like, I really want somebody watching this who maybe is pursuing entrepreneurship or wants to, or someone who is at the very early stages of, you know, pivoting from a career path to entrepreneurship. Like, I want you to know this is what you're signing up for, or this is what is really happening with entrepreneurs. So anyway, that's the reason why yesterday you only saw that one bit, that one segment, and then I just completely forgot that, you know, I was even documenting or capturing a vlog. I'm now going to start working a little bit. It's 10 a.m. Didn't do much work yesterday. I have a ton of stuff to get through today. Today happens to be a Saturday. You know, I need to edit the vlog. I've got some videos that need to be edited. I've got some strategic work, some leads to follow up on, conversations that need to continue, as well as everything here. Yeah, welcome back. I'll take that, thank you. Yeah. I'm just packing away for now, but I will be back. Whoa. You saying you're home? Shh. Just gonna go upstairs to drop my bag off, and then we are gonna be heading out to enjoy the day, the sun. I will be bringing the camera to make up for yesterday. Stay there.
Is correct.
15-minute journey and we'll be there. We're going to a place called Mina District to have some brunch and then to have a little wander around and see some fishes at the aquarium. Because I'm a parent. I forgot to bring the correct lens with me, the one that zooms in and out. So all of the B-rolls is like very static. There's not enough of a dynamic look and feel. Thank you. A very cool part of town. It's like Balamori. Got colourful houses and got the thing in the background, the skyscraper bit. We're gonna go for some food and then probably have a look around. Fish market, yeah. Jet 2 holiday. Can you see that in the distance? It's a cruise ship. I mean, the issue with coming to some place like this is because it's so visually engaging, you have to pack out lots of B-roll segments and montages, and I can't be bothered to edit montages. Whoa, we were birds and everything. Whoa. It's a bit intense, isn't it? Whoa. Lunch was great. Probably one of the best chicken burgers I've had in my life. And that's not exaggeration. Quite nice, isn't it? Hi, Yassine. What are you doing up there? You didn't tell me you were famous. I just bumped into my friend that I met in the GEM summit, the guy who founded Durio. He was like out of breath. So I was thinking, well, is he running after me? But no, it's because he's been out all day. This is a really cool part of town. I still can't get over how beautifully they've developed this area compared to like the middle of Doha. It's very different, isn't it? The pastel colored buildings, the pieces of artwork, even the little bits like the old school Mercedes. Oh, and the old school taxi as well. that proper looks like Balamori. The first few days that I spent in Doha was very underwhelming, and I was questioning why people preferred this over Dubai. I didn't really understand until now, really. I'd love to be able to go on a cruise someday. Close up of the cruise. It's like a building. People like chilling on their balconies and stuff. But that's basically where they enter. It's quite cool, isn't it? And that concludes my segment on the cruise. Come on, Yasin. Ooh, clean room with lots of different water bottles. Wow, 6 bottles of waters. I wonder how long that will take us before we run out. I've been sat here for the last few hours. Actually, probably since 5:30, 6-ish. It's now 9:30, so 3.5 hours. Time's flown by. I've still got tons of things that I need to get through. I need to edit the vlog, which is supposed to come out tomorrow, which means I'll probably have to do an all-nighter-ish. I am, however, going to be stopping for some dinner. The family are behind me. Yasin's woken up from his nap. And tomorrow happens to be the last day that we're here. Monday we fly out. And I still haven't given my thoughts on the GEM Summit. I'm all over the place, to be honest. So, here's what I'm gonna do. I am going to end today's vlog, come back tomorrow, regroup, and finally give my thoughts on the GEM Summit. I hope that's okay. We're having breakfast outside by the pool, and I think I might get told off for filming, but we'll see. I've sat here to do a little bit of work. There's a call that I have booked in, so he's coming towards me. We're gonna get some work done. Yasin's gonna go for a swim. We're gonna have some breakfast. We're gonna take it nice and slow and easy. It's the last day. I'm gonna give my thoughts. And I don't know whether we're gonna head out anywhere today. There are a couple of people that wanna meet up. But yeah, nothing's really been set in stone, mashallah. So yeah, just neighbors basically just down the road from each other. It's good. Just got off the call. I've got a big smile on my face. That was a very, very, very good call. I'm gonna go see Yasin. He's like playing in the pool, and then come back and do a bit of work because I'm in such a good mood. I want to do more work. I'm gonna go back to the hotel room, pray Maghrib, pray Isha, and then leave because I'm meeting someone very important. I've just come back from a night out. Spent the last night just having a little wander around some of the nicer areas that we haven't visited. I went to see a special person, and yeah, spent a bit of time, and then I met the wife and the kid. But I am absolutely exhausted. And this particular edition of the vlog was supposed to be where I gave my thoughts. The GEM Summit. If you remember back to when I was outlining my objectives for the summit, it was number 1 for basically brand exposure, and number 2 to make connections, I think. That's my primary objective for this trip, is to position Social Hidayah a little bit further, a little bit higher than what it already is. The secondary objective of this trip is to try and network. Those objectives have changed slightly. Inside 5 minutes of the first day, I was very quickly swayed away from the selfish objectives that I had, and it became quite apparent and clear that this particular conference in that room with those people, it was a privilege to be there. And it was a special moment because all of a sudden, the thoughts that I was having, the deep desires of wanting to help the ummah and to do good and to do my part, as noble as that sounds, it was being echoed around the room, one by one. Each speaker at a time was essentially saying the same thing, but relating it to their respected field or saying the message a little bit differently. But it was clear that something needed to be done. The wake-up call was October the 7th. The Ummah had been suffering for a long time anyway, and this whole emergence of the New World Order, of Western imperialism in the 21st century, yada yada yada, sorry to bore you with the political language, this is what has accelerated things like the GEM summit, things like developing thoughts of the young Muslim mind, a well-needed reminder that me and maybe you are not the only people in the world that care, are not the only people that have concerns, are not the only people who want to do something about it. There's a whole army out there. Above all, the validation and the inspiration that I took away from it was everything I needed. That was the payoff. That was the ROI. It wasn't wearing my Social Hidayah t-shirt and subconsciously making people remember me. It wasn't having conversations about what I do or even standing in a breakout room and telling everyone this is what I'm working on. It was being in that environment and understanding that the inevitable is going to happen. There are multiple ventures, initiatives, projects that are being crafted very purposefully in order to make sure that the interests of our community, interests of our identity is being preserved. So it was by far one of the most powerful experiences I've ever, felt. And I go back feeling a real sense of belonging to a wider group rather than thinking that there is me and maybe a handful of people who care to do things outside of the confines of profit. And whilst that's super important, I think the mission is far more important right now. It's funny, I was speaking to someone about, my experiences, why I found it so powerful. And they were almost questioning, like, is that all you got out of it? kind of thing. So maybe I'm late to the party. Maybe that this narrative has been happening behind closed doors for a while, but it's finally now springing into action and finding the other voices like myself. There were 800 people who attended the GEM Summit. There was a collective continuum, which had another, however many hundred people. There were other splinter small conferences, all of them for the sole purpose of trying to establish a real purposeful push in order to uplift the ummah. Not only that, I was also able to make lots of connections. I was able to also learn about some of the initiatives that are happening behind closed doors in our specific field of media and narrative, as well as culture. From a macro point of view, good, great. From a micro lens, i.e. focusing specifically on Social Hidayah, there is a ton of work that needs to get done. I can't wait to get back, sit at my desk, plug away. I can't say I've been able to do much of that here. It's been very challenging amongst all of the chaos of, attending events, meeting people. There's also the challenge of managing time with my 2-year-old, making sure that I'm as present as possible with my family, as well as seeing other people as well. I'm not sure how long I've been yapping on for, but I think it's time to call it a day. Tomorrow we wake up and we go home. Today's the day that we fly back home. 2 suitcases, a 2-year-old, and some other bits and bobs like this stuff. One last time. That lovely man. In we go. Come on, yes. In we go. Basically, the situation is this. I don't have the DJI with me. Rakib has got it. Did ask him to drop it off to me, but he forgot. So I have to continue the vlog using the big camera, which, to be honest, I wish I didn't have to. But yeah, I did promise a daily vlog, so I'm gonna try and capture as much. The travel segment will probably be kept short because as I was editing the vlog from when we departed, I realized I captured a lot of the traveling. It's very unnecessary. Wow, it's literally empty. There is no one here. Wow. Wow, look, where's the teddy bear? Look, do you see the teddy bear right there? Wow. Look, generally speaking, I think Qatar Airways are great. However, today's experience at the airport has just been very inconvenient, very choppy, very laggy. First, you had to actually print out the boarding passes and then go to the baggage area to release the suitcases. After that, the whole kerfuffle with the scanning of the boarding passes. Like, I scanned it, went through, then the guy needed to scan it again. Inconvenient. Not to mention the very miserable guys at security. I mean, I know they're traditionally quite stern and a bit intimidating, but these guys were just miserable. You know what? I believe that's our plane. Yeah. C2. That's the plane we're gonna get on. Managed to conveniently be sat right by the plane that we're gonna be flying, which is that one right there. How do I know that? Because it's parked right in front of C2. And what is C2? Happens to be the gate that we're flying from. We need to leave because the plane is probably boarding. We have about 50 minutes, 45 minutes. I think that's when they close the gate, 45 minutes or half an hour before. I think it's half an hour before. Finally boarding. We've just taken off. We've got about 3 hours to go. Everyone's sleeping. I'm just playing on the Switch. We're descending. And we're back. Come on. Yeah, mommy's coming. Go, go, go. Let's go. I think that was possibly the longest journey of my life. I think it's safe to say that this will be our last family holiday for a good few centuries. Decades, centuries, won't be a life, centuries, decades. It's good to be back. Look at the smile on my face. It is a real privilege to be back. Everyone has this weird misconception that going away, going abroad is this really fancy, amazing thing. Whilst it is a privilege to be able to travel and experience new worlds and environments, I don't enjoy it as much as I enjoy being here, locked up in my little cage and being given the opportunity to just work. I should mention that the vlog, the weekly vlog, this thing right here that comes out every Sunday morning, I missed the deadline for this week because obviously whilst being over there, it was really, really difficult to edit. This particular vlog had so much, I had to condense it down. It's about 40 minutes long. I'm just exporting it now. It's gonna come out and we will still resume our normal posting schedule. I'm sorry for missing this particular deadline. Now I can move on to some other pressing work that needs to get done. I wonder what I will talk about today, because most of today is going to be taken up by calls, ad hoc stuff, some planning and strategizing. My parents are also going to be coming over. It'll be good to see them. It is the last day that I am having meat before tomorrow reverting back to pescatarianism, or just not chicken and meat. Which will be good. I think I need it. Few minutes away before the call starts. In fact, it's 2:30, so it should start now. I've been seriously considering getting a walking mat. I mean, this is one of those tables that you can raise up and down. But when I'm sat here for so long, I'm obviously not moving around, and my body tends to get stiff, and then I start to get aches in my back and my legs, whatever. I think I should get a walking mat. Can you imagine the amount of steps that I could accumulate in a day? Assalamu alaikum. Excellent. That's very good. Where are you based? I just ended that call 10 minutes into it. The main guy who I was supposed to speak with is busy with another call. And yeah, I'm kind of left with my hands like this. I'm sure I've also violated the terms of booking in a call and actually turning up for it, or in this case, not turning up for it. But doesn't it really irritate you when someone has booked in a call and they don't turn up?
What's happening, G? Oh, God, this guy, man.
I've got a catch-up call with Brother Jakir. So, I'm going to leave it right there to capture everything.
No, allow it.
Joking.
So this week we'll have so after next week we'll be sort of done with him.
Yeah. I need you to go through the last month's worth of content that we have pushed out and then make a list of all the ones that have performed well. And then I can look through them and see, and then take the themes from those and then work off those basically. So it's figuring out what is their process, where can we put that CTA? Because you're right, it's very important. If no one sees that CTA, they're just going to gloss over the link. Are we able to extract data about link clicks? Before I end today's entry of the vlog, I want to show you something. This is the power of documentation. Let me explain. Right way. 1, 2, 3, 4. I haven't tagged them very well. 5. 5 different hard drives full of video footage. That's why if you're thinking about documenting, stop thinking about it and just do it. Take the camera out, start recording, start capturing, because you're never gonna know when it's gonna come in handy. No, that's the wrong thing. Because it will come in handy someday. It will mature over time and it will become something that you can really leverage. What is that? Yeah, Qatar was nice, man. I didn't really get to see as much of it as I would have liked. But the parts that I saw, it was really good.
Can you send me access to that, or a copy or something that I can work off?
I can add you to the actual
Yeah,
thing.
just add me on the thing, inshallah.
Alright, cool, man. Well, I'll let you get to it. I know that this is obviously a bit of a intense period. Inshallah, we come out on the other side, you know.
Inshallah. We're part of the game, bro. We're part of the game.
Phone of Tanim, quick catch up. I haven't heard from him in a while. Actually, ever since going to Qatar, I haven't really been in contact with him. So just a regular catch up call to see how things are from a content point of view. And today, my main focus, which happens to be a Wednesday, I'm working from home again. Deep focus work, lots and lots of lead generation, lots and lots of conversations that I want to have. One of the things that I want to start doing is tracking my hours. This is going to sound a bit mad, but I don't trust myself to actually... Who's that? I don't trust myself to basically get the work done or work for the duration of time that I need to work 8 hours is what I want to be able to complete. But 8 hours of like good, not deep work per se, but focused work. And you'd be surprised how many hours you kill just doing stuff that doesn't really move the needle forward.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. What are you saying, my
How are you,
bro?
bro? You okay?
Alhamdulillah, I'm good, man. How are you?
Inshallah. Sorry, man. I've just been busy and I'm not able to get food.
Yeah.
I know we were talking about doing stuff for myself and that, and inshallah, we're going to do that, right? But what I also wanted to ask you is that if we need some...
Nice. Yeah, well, I look forward to speaking to him, inshallah. And yeah,
see what
we'll get
happens.
the ball rolling, yeah.
Yeah?
Sounds good, sounds
Okay,
good.
inshallah.
Appreciate the call, bro.
Jazakallah khair,
It's
bro.
nice speaking
Alright,
with you.
no problem.
Barakallah
Appreciate
feekum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullah. I don't usually say yes or provide any other service than what we do, which is the personal branding launchpad. However, sometimes it may be of benefit to accept, providing alternative services. So as long as it's within the means of the team and you're able to facilitate without overwhelming anyone or without having detriment on the day-to-day activities. But this is a long-term play thing. I really appreciate someone like him, who I just got off the phone with, and I would love to be able to build a long-term relationship. And so, yeah, starting with a smaller project just to get that ball rolling, just to get the wheels in motion, can be beneficial. I don't know if you can see that whiteboard. I love the concept of a whiteboard. I love the idea of scribbling, putting your thoughts out on the board as a way of visually demonstrating the ideas, especially when you're someone who can't really express themselves with words cohesively. You just splash it on the whiteboard and then all of a sudden things become super clear. The last hour I've spent with my wife just having a look at our finances, our financial goals, and try to be a little bit more structured. You see, for most of my life, I have carried forward the very bad financial habits that I believe have been passed through to me by my parents. My parents, who are immigrant settlers in the UK, came here to make a life for themselves, but ultimately spent a lot of it surviving. And in doing so, picked up a lot of bad financial habits, and these things we witnessed growing up and adopted it for ourselves. And so the majority of my life I've spent regurgitating these same bad practices and finding myself in a bit of a mess. And that's been carried through all the way to now me being a parent, and having to really have a hard, long look at myself and just try to fix it, you know?
Once everything's signed and sealed and delivered, then we can take your credentials and add you to the various social media.
Yeah, so I mean, look, the process is basically, as it says in the email, we just need to book the onboarding. And then once we book the onboarding, a series of things gets triggered. Brilliant, brilliant. All right, speak to you soon. Barakallah fikum. Walaikum salam. It's always an uncomfortable and awkward position when you are in between a client and an external organization, because I can't do anything to speed up this process. It's very much a case of just waiting for them to, put the things in process. Conscious that I haven't included Yassine in the vlogs for a while. Do you want to say hi? No, he doesn't want to say hi. If anybody says anything about my clothes, yes, I am wearing exactly what I wore yesterday. And yes, I did also sleep in these clothes. No, I haven't showered. Yes, I've brushed my teeth. I was up until 3:30 a.m. last night working on something absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to share it with you. But it's not finished yet, so I can't. Wait, I'm surprised you didn't message me after you guys beat me, or did you? Yes, yes, yes. I mean, look, May is coming, bro. So I would book a holiday if I was you. For May. Somewhere far away, where there's no Arsenal fans.
Good to see you again, Alhamdulillah. How was the gym?
Just gotten off the call with National Waqf. They will be starting their personal branding content journey with us, but actually it will be Maulana Tahir who will be front-facing personal brand. So we're going to be getting the ball rolling with them as soon as possible, mashallah. Lots of stuff happening today. It's a Thursday. This was call number 1. There are 2 more calls, another sort of discovery call followed by a catch-up. And then I'm questioning whether to go into the studio or not. Like, where will I be most productive? Thursdays, typically, we do have a shoot in the morning with Tanim. We're not doing the shoot that we usually do. He's got another shoot. So I think Brother Jacket will be taking care of that. So I don't really need to be in, but I would like to go in. It's been a while. Alhamdulillah, all good, mashallah. Lovely to be speaking with you. Feels a bit strange to be speaking with you from the other side of the screen. Obviously, we witnessed you on stage, so I kind of got used to that.
Really, I'm very skeptical about the extent to which short-form content actually sort of has any permanent or long-term effect in terms of, you know, how a person thinks or the ideas that they go with. Or
pretty good call with brother Iqbal Naseem, and we've kind of left it at he's going to get back to me, inshallah. Just wants to. It was a very enjoyable conversation that we had, and mashallah, I really, really respect and admire him. He's someone who has bags of knowledge and someone who just you can resonate with, you know. So yeah, I really, really hope that there's scope for us to work together, inshallah bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. There is one more call. This is a catch-up call with brother Suleiman. It's almost 11 p.m. I was just sitting on the sofa with Yassine and I realized I've got a vlog to complete. Yassine's basically fallen ill. He's fallen ill since yesterday. Actually, since this morning, and we have not heard a peep out of him. Usually he's running up and down the house, screaming the place down, chucking his toys everywhere. I mean, look at his play area. He hasn't touched anything. He's been sat here for the last few hours with him. I haven't been able to get the work done that I wanted to. But that's life, I guess, for you. I did, however, finish that very exciting project that I was speaking about. Project that I was working on since last night. Finished it off later today. And I posted it. And it's probably one of the best pieces of work that I've produced. I do want to preface this by highlighting the fact that I don't do editing work anymore. And there was once a time in my life where I was producing, writing, shooting, editing, everything once a week for myself as a challenge. And not just YouTube videos, but like very specific, custom made pieces of short films. This is essentially a journey in the last decade where I've been making content. This year marks 10 years where I've been producing videos. And I thought it would be nice to create a little something, like almost like a montage, but merge it with a creative way of highlighting the work that I've done. Obviously, I haven't included every piece of work that I've produced or even a fraction of it, but the whole idea is to just show the contrast of what it looked like 10 years ago compared to now. There's a lot of that back and forth. There's pieces of Yassine in there as well, which symbolize the, passing of the baton. The amazing people that I've met on this journey as well. Some of those individuals are referenced. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping on and show you the video. So, here it is.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. Your playing small does not serve the world. There is nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We were all meant to shine as children do. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same, as we are liberated from our own fear. our presence automatically liberates others.
We're rolling. This is the world that we live in. Yeah! I even wanted to be just like my dad.
Sir, I just want to say thank you. You saved my life.
It's almost 5 p.m. I've had one hell of a day. Welcome to Friday. I've had somewhat of a busy day, a busy start to the day, which ended up being a busy day. I woke up very early and didn't get enough sleep. My dad had a procedure at the hospital, which I attended with him. The procedure lasted 2 to 3 hours till 12:30. Went to Jum'ah, back to my mum's, had some lunch, came back home, crashed on the sofa for about an hour. I did get a little bit of work done at the hospital. There was a call which I kind of took on the go. Yeah, it's been a very, very strange Friday. It's getting dark outside. Maghrib is like in 10-15 minutes. I am, however, gonna be having dinner this evening with a few really good friends. One of them is returning back to Malaysia, and it will be nice to spend the night with them, and maybe we can get them to appear on the vlog as well to add a bit of substance. I think my washing machine's about to explode. What the hell is going on in here? What the hell? I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be making that noise. Feeling super fatigued today. I'm on my way to East London Mosque to pray Isha, albeit maybe not in Jamaat because I'm gonna miss it, and then we are gonna go for dinner, alhamdulillah. So to be honest, I really cannot be bothered to do anything tonight. I feel so just, I don't want to say burnt out, but it just feels like that. I don't know, maybe I'm coming down with something. Yassine's been really sick. My nephew was really sick. I was in the hospital today, which, you know, around sick people. I just feel run down, but I can't afford to feel run down. I know what it is. It's sleep. I didn't get enough sleep last night. I then had a very short nap, and now I'm just like very moody. And now we're on our way to socialize and mingle with friends.
A shaitan, but he doesn't look like a shaitan to me. So I'm gonna go with this now.
You give him to Israel and this and that, and even when the police stop you, they're like, nah, you know what? It's like.
Probably shouldn't have parked here. I think I'll take a risk. Yeah, I'm definitely taking a risk. Time to see if I got a ticket. No ticket. Taking another risk by leaving the car unattended. I'm on a double yellow, which is, yeah, it's unfortunate, but this is the state of East London, I'm afraid. Two things I really, really dislike about coming here is the parking situation and the drivers. Jeez! Assalamu alaikum. He said they renovate, but they still need some money. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu wa rahmatullah. What are you saying? Go down those stairs, boy. You guys are gonna be very active in today's edition of the vlog, because I didn't get to capture much. So I'm gonna ask you to drop some gems.
Well, you shouldn't be asking me, it should be him.
Inshallah. I mean, you know, you have a wealth of wisdom in what is it, 20 years? 24 years?
25.
Oh yeah, you just had 25.
Come on now.
MashaAllah. I want to know from you guys, what has been the single piece of advice that has completely transformed your life or has had the biggest impact on your life? The single piece of advice.
Yeah, it's hard to choose one, but I think one thing is, I think for me is around 12 years ago. I got this from a guy called Jim Rohn, and it was about basically to invest in yourself more than in anything else. Jim Rohn has a phrase, right? He says, don't skip your reading. But even if you have to skip your breakfast, but read 30 minutes a day. I remember I was really unhappy in life for years trying to look for different opportunities, and then every time I would just go in circles, come back. When I started listening to him, it made sense, because he was like, don't look for the external stuff, focus on you. Like, improve you and the doors will open. Increase your value by reading, by improving your skills, the market will start seeing your value. Then more and more doors open for you.
That's been a profound impact for me. Actually, it comes from the Quran, right? Is وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. Meaning, وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم. Something which may be bad for you may actually be good for you, and something that you may love may actually be bad for you. And Allah knows what you do not know, right? And I've used this verse since I was probably maybe 17, 18, and it's stuck with me since, right? And it's important for me because it's like, going through what we go through, sometimes you don't understand why we go through these things. But the thing is, as Subhash sometimes says, it's like, sometimes it's not about the end destination, sometimes it's not about the outcome, and a lot of the time we focus so much on the outcome. And honestly, this is what a lot of business owners have nowadays, is that this great attachment to the outcome. But it's when we focus on this outcome and put all our time and energy and effort to that is when we actually begin to fail, because we try to control things which we as humans don't have in our control, right? And so once we focus on, okay, we have this goal, but I can only work this process, and what steps can I do in this process to at least get me towards this goal whilst detaching from it. And I think that's important, because when we can focus on that, then this is when this ayah, we really can connect to this ayah, right? Like, for example, I've had conversation with business owners who I thought would be clients. Some reason it didn't happen, for some reason, and wallah, we don't know. But then hindsight is a beautiful thing, right? So when we look back, you're like, subhanAllah, Allah is actually protecting me from X, Y, and Z, but we didn't know. And that's the thing, we have a tendency and this level of certainty all the time. Like humans, there's a human need, yes, we need certainty, but when it begins to limit your own growth by having this certainty attached to the outcome, this is when you actually bleed your growth and stunt your growth, because you are trying to control that certainty when in fact our only certainty comes from knowing that Allah is in control of the outcome. That would be the advice.
Wallahi, that was very, very profound. I think Naeem has edged it. Sorry, Suraj. But this...
just because the Quran verse is not Jim Rohn?
No, but do you know the thing that we really overlook, I think as business owners and entrepreneurs, and even people who want to go down this self-developmental route, is that everything is already in our deen. It's perfectly set for us. We just need to get those gems and just implement them in our lives. And like what you were saying is basically tawakkul, right? It's just have that so firm belief and trust.
I'll add one thing, something that this man has taught me is the moment we expand ourselves to be open to certain things, that's when we actually attract the things that we want. And it sounds a bit coy, law of attraction stuff, but it's like when you accept the qadr of Allah, when you accept and be and have a state of being and expand in this state of being, that's when you can see things happening for you and not against you, right? And this is what this man has taught me over the last few weeks, alhamdulillah.
That concludes today's edition of the vlog.